So we're doing.
I heard like this little inner thing.
I know you heard
And
it.
then you're like,
yeah.
was that something? Let out the dragon. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Piece by Piece. Paulo, Asa, you know who we are. Let's get this show rolling. It's going to be a much shorter episode, at least that is the plan. Sans here is with us today. Looking fly as hell, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, today's episode is the first episode of 20, almost said 19, first episode of 2020, which is way better
Yo, boy.
than what my vision is.
Yeah, me too. I wear contacts.
You wear contacts?
Yeah,
That's
you
right,
see me
contacts
with-
or lenses.
Yeah.
Yeah, he walked in with glasses one day and I'm like,
Traitor.
what's wrong with your face? But anyway, welcome back. We hope y'all have enjoyed everything so far. Paulo, what's up?
Not much, man. First disclaimer: we're actually filming this in 2019, but when this comes out, it's gonna be 2020. So just pretend it's 2020. Pretend it's a new decade already.
Paulo, how have the last 10 years been for you? In this new decade.
How have you been? I haven't seen you since last year.
Oh my god, you're 48. Fucking dad.
I know, that's why I made the joke. Great, man. Just working. Got some personal projects in the loop.
I thought you were working, got some personal problems you got to handle. Got some personal projects.
I'm going to my therapist every other Tuesday. He won't call me back after the incident. Okay,
And
we're
he
good.
is also now scared of elephants. I don't know why. What?
Yeah, good though. Just working and doing a lot of stuff. We have, we could talk about this maybe in another episode, but we do have a personal project coming up, a short film that we're gonna be making. So keep an eye out for that.
Yes, keep an eye out for that.
In like a year or two, maybe.
Yeah.
It's in the works, and we're talking about it right now. Nothing's like down.
Hey, we did a major brainstorm the other day.
We did, bro. My
And we all,
hamsters,
like-
my hamsters were rolling
We-
so hard.
We crashed like really hard and we're like, all right, we're done. And then you drew a thumb and that was hard to
That was the end of the night.
hard to get rid of. But anyway, for me, I'm doing great. Got a lot of personal problems going on. I gotta think that. No, I'm good. Personal projects. You owe me a commission, and then with
You
that,
owe me Whataburger.
I owe you Waterburger.
Don't you bring anything up?
I'm gonna be like, and with that, I owe you however much that is. But anywho, today's episode is gonna be a little bit different. Explain.
So today's episode, we're really just gonna talk about the podcast. We started it in 2019. Our goals for the podcast in 2020, and kind of ways that we're hoping to improve it, change it up a little bit, because we don't want to we don't want to be doing the same thing every episode. We want to switch it up and see where it goes. Just stay creative. Right now, it's not really like a job for us. It's just kind of something fun to do. But I think it'd be really cool just to see how good. What? What's so funny?
He said it's not really a job for us. Kind of what we do. I'm like, yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's just something that we get.
I mean, not really a job for us. Yeah, you're not doing editing. No, I'm kidding.
All right, listen here.
I like editing. It is fun. Okay, I like editing these. It's fun. It gives me something to do. I find it. Here lately I've been kind of on a crunch, so it's the editing is like.
I do put I do have an input in this. I tell you to edit faster every day at work.
Edit faster.
Every time I see you at work, I'm just like, are you editing? Edit faster. What are you doing here?
Episode 10 goes up today. You got it ready to go? Yeah, it's almost done edited. What?
Hasn't even been opened.
Paula, do you have that file? For what? That episode we shot? But anyway, yeah, we're just going to talk about where we're going, what we're doing, what we think would be good. Just kind of throw some stuff out there.
Why don't we start off with New Year's resolutions? What's going to be your New Year's resolution for this next decade coming up, Asa?
New Year's, no, not new decade.
We're
Well, it is a new
moving
decade.
we're moving into the.
What's your new decade resolution? What are you?
It kind of is. We're moving into the next decade, right? Aren't we? 2020.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so.
It's a big milestone.
We are, like I said, moving forward. New Year's resolution, I usually don't really have one. I tried to cut off chocolate one year. That was stupid. It lasted maybe like 12 hours.
Didn't we have an episode where you had like 36 cookies or something? Like the mini ones?
That's weird because that's like exactly how many's in that box is 36.
Oh, is it?
Of course I would know. Yeah, in the span of like 2, maybe 3 days, I ate like
Sure.
40.
Yeah, and that one day.
2, maybe 3
that
hours.
That one day that we recorded, that was like half the whole box.
New Year's resolution, probably save money. Obviously, don't spend anything. Just gotta stay positive and keep working hard and keep staying busy. Otherwise, I just probably sleep all day, which is what I'm gonna do when I go down home. But anyway, what about you?
I mean, same thing like you. I don't really do New Year's resolutions all that big, all that much. Like, I think I've had one New Year's resolution that I still kind of keep up, where it was just like, I want to cut back on sodas, because I was really bad with sodas. This is not soda, this is seltzer water. The way that I drink seltzer waters every episode is the way that I used to drink sodas.
Hey, at least it's not like alcohol.
It was bad. Oh yeah, I mean, I don't have like that kind of problem, but like definitely,
Paulo's plastered every
definitely
show.
though, I drink sodas like a madman. So I remember I think that was a few years ago, and I still held that up.
I
Pretty good.
cut myself off of anything carbonated or caffeinated for 7 years. Carbonated water.
Why?
Carbonated and caffeinated is just like 7, and I did it straight up like super cold turkey.
Why?
Because I was just like, I'm done with it. So it was January 18th. I have a thing with dates, I don't know. January 18th, I had a Dr. Pepper, and January 19th, I was like, I'm done. That was it. And then for 7 years, over 7 years, I had just water and non-carbonated, non-caffeinated drinks. What are we gonna do with Piece by Piece?
What are we gonna do with Piece by Piece? That's a great.
What's our 10-year plan?
Okay, as far as 10 years, I don't really know. I mean, who knows where we're gonna be in 10 years? But definitely, I know we've been talking about this, and we were talking about this before the podcast too, that we just wanted, I think one of our main things was shortening the episodes.
Yes.
That was a big thing, because I know, going on for an hour or two, it could get boring.
And with that, that's the end of today's show. 5-6 minutes, sound good?
Keep it
All right.
fast. I mean, so we're trying to, we want to shorten them down to about what, 30
30 or
minutes?
so.
Yeah.
So
Like the window was about 15 to 30 minutes, so side pieces would probably be about 15 minutes, and then bigger episodes would be 30. Specials could probably be like 20, 30 minutes.
somewhere in there.
And then depending on, maybe what kind of group we have like an extra large group with more guests or something if you go on a little longer.
Speaking of that, you said group and guests. We are planning to hopefully have more guests on.
Yes.
Of course, anything more than one, which we've only had now. We're trying to get like more online, more consistent with it. Is the plan.
We do want to have more guests. We do want to improve the production value and kind of improve the overall entertainment value of it, because it is something fun that we do, and we want to make it just as fun for people watching it. So you want to talk about the beginning, piece by piece months When did this start? This started because this was Ace's idea, and he just told me, he was like, "Hey, you want to make a podcast?"
For me, it's been a couple years.
Really?
Yeah, because I started. I had a friend of mine down here, and we were both kind of in the same field, like in film.
Yeah.
He was more towards art as well, but he had a lot more film stuff. So we were talking, and they were like, "Hey, let's just have a podcast." And then he was out of town, and then we're like, something just wasn't right with the flow. Something was off. We definitely didn't have it planned out as well as we do.
Mm-hmm.
So
it was more like episode 1.
Yeah, for us, yeah. It was probably worse. So that never happened.
It was worse.
So that never happened. And that just kind of died and fizzled out. And then I started thinking about it. And me and you, once you moved up here, we were kind of talking more about, working together and whatnot, just random stuff. Mm-hmm. And I started thinking about it one day, and I was like, I said, I'm a film student. Paulo's more of art, graphics, all that student.
I'm a digital film student.
So
I guess you could say.
So what I started thinking was like, what me and him were talking about, we were I think we were too similar. Mm-hmm. We had too much in common, so we just talked about like we had the same opinions. For you and I mean, a lot of stuff were similar, but you coming from a different field, but close to the same field, you have different opinions. You have more knowledge on art stuff, I have more knowledge on film stuff, and different backgrounds.
We have this great dynamic duo feel where, I'm the young, good-looking one who's great at art, and Ace is the 80-year-old man.
I'm just an old soul, man. Hello, everybody. I just want to tell you. But anyway, so I was like, me and Paul, I think would work well together. You have a different background as opposed to me. So I was like, I think this would be interesting. So then we started recording. There was no video in the early stages. As y'all know, the first 3 or 4 episodes are not in video.
We started out with just audio.
Just audio. It was your idea to bring in the video. Mm-hmm. I was against it. Mainly, I love it now, but mainly I was against it because I knew how editing video was, and I knew how much of what we say a lot of the time we kind of go off track and we kind of have to cut stuff out. Mm-hmm. And I was looking at more of, it is going to take me forever to cut it out and match up audio and video. So that's what I was worried about. So I was kind of against the video at first, but then once we started, once I saw it, I was like, all right, I'm loving this. So now I like editing it. It can be tricky sometimes depending on what we're talking about.
But you learn. But
we have definitely learned and improved, and throw little cheesy bits in there. And
the bats.
Make bats fly in my hands right now.
Bats. It's the best thing ever.
Well, I'm Batman.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. But anyway, so I've definitely improved on that, and this one is definitely going way better than the other one. It was just we were good friends. It was just, I think our material was just like not well thought out.
The other one?
The other. That's why I didn't go anywhere. I didn't edit anything. So from the first episode to episode whatever we are now, which is not a whole lot, but we're definitely learning, as we go. Yeah. And we're definitely, I think, improving.
Not even from the first episode, from like deleted scenes first episode.
Oh yeah, because the first episode that's non-audio that's on the channel now, that was like what, technically the 6th?
Do you want to like talk about those like real fast? Those are not going up anywhere, but we can talk about them.
I think the first episode that we actually have on the channel was like the 6th.
Yeah, they it says episode 1 and it's a recording, but it was actually more like the 4th or 5th one.
It was.
But the first one that we ever made, where we were like, hey, we're gonna do this. we want to make a podcast. You know, hey, let's just do it. You know,
Yeah.
let's just try it out.
And it was, and I started editing it, and then I was going through. I'm like, oh my gosh.
We didn't have an outline. We didn't have a plan. We didn't have.
Because our thought was like, here's what we're gonna talk about.
Our plan was like we have a general thing for what we want to talk about, kind of, but we didn't write it down.
We'll come up with it as we go.
We'll come up with it as we go. That was horrible.
Terrible idea.
But we started like, I started just like grabbing movies off of Asa's
Yes.
like, your bookshelf, and I was just like, yeah, this movie.
What is this?
What is this one?
I'm like, oh, that's a good movie, man. Oh no, she won the Academy Award for that.
and then we're just like, you could hear us like typing up, like Googling stuff that we're just like,
How was it? What year did that movie come out? Because there's no video, so you can't see anything. So all you hear is, I don't know, Adam Sandler. Mr. Deeds. Oh yeah, that was 2002, Paula.
directed by.
There was no like
It was-
background, which I know we still look up stuff now, and we still do that. But with
Yeah.
video, I think it's better. I mean,
Yeah.
and we're obviously more prepared than we were then. But we were just sitting at a square table in these chairs, staring out the window, just like kick back, like, all right, we got this. Let's just go. And then I'm going through and I'm trying to edit because it's just audio.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to edit. I'm like, oh my god, I almost fell asleep.
But-
I was bored.
but that's
I was
how-
just like, what is
That's
happening?
that's how you start it, right? That's how you get the ball rolling.
If you start off as a steaming pile of shit, you can only go up from there.
Yeah, we're not like a polished turd. Not there yet, but you know.
We just don't stink as bad.
Yeah. It's like dried shit. It's not like steaming. we're almost there. Yeah. But yeah, but for real though, like, you know, if you want to start a personal project, if you have ideas and if you want to do things, then just do it. You know, start it. Like, whenever we started, we didn't know what the fuck we were doing, but we just did it. Whenever you told me, you were like, hey, let's make a podcast, and we were thinking about things that we could do, thinking about things that we could talk about, and it, you know, there's a lot of ideas that get thrown around, but like, you won't know unless you just do it, right?
So once we did it and I started editing, I was like,
It was rough.
that's not gonna work.
I think
And
we even re-recorded.
We re-recorded another one. It was similar to the first one.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, we got it this time. No.
It wasn't until like the fourth recording that we started using an outline, and we were like, oh, that's a good idea. But then
It took us 4 fucking.
Yeah, like for real. And then and then it wasn't until then that like we improved like the audio, because I don't think the audio was great then. And I remember then we were like this close to each other recording.
Oh my gosh, I
We
forgot
were, right?
those, yes.
We were like this close because we only had one microphone. So like,
that was just-
the microphone's like right here, and we're like this close to each other, like, hey, so what's up?
I remember because you were more angled that way because we didn't have the camera, so it didn't
Yeah,
matter.
we didn't have the camera, so it
I mean,
didn't
to be
matter.
fair, we're still close right here, but it didn't matter. You know, we didn't have the camera, so it didn't matter. So Paulo's sitting here, right?
Yeah.
I'm sitting, you know, right where that can is. The microphone was covered in a sock
Yeah, that's right. We had a sock
to
on.
muffle the noise, the popping and stuff. It's covered in a sock. I don't know what happened to your pop filter, but anyway.
Maybe.
So we're sitting there, a
We're like-
stack of books with
Yeah.
a microphone.
like this.
We're trying not to move the table, and they're like, "Hello, everybody. Welcome to Piece by Piece. Welcome." And we had to make sure that we talked like directly into it.
6 inches.
6.
Dude, this.
So the whole time, y'all didn't see it. The whole time we're doing this, like,
Yeah.
so I'll be like, yeah, you know, I was talking about this movie, and I like this movie, and you're like, so I'm like, oh, and I was talking about this movie. That was funny. I forgot about it. And then we were like,
I forgot about that.
so
too.
guys, we're literally, our knees are touching.
I think we said that like in our first episode, the one that we uploaded, because I think we were still like that
Yeah, because the first three were just on. Was it the first three or first four? I
I
don't
think
know.
it was like the first three that were first audio.
But anyway, the movement of the table has moved Sans so much. Now he's just staring at us.
That way, Sans. Move his head. Move his head.
Turn. If his head falls off,
It's not gonna fall off. Just move it.
I broke his knee a while ago. Look into the camera. He's slowly turning.
Move it more. We're running out of time, Asa. Hurry up. I hate you so much. So, but I mean, you know, that we learned a lot of stuff.
Yes.
It was fun. It was fun. We learned a lot of stuff. It was a lot of Googling, a lot of trial and error. Like it's not. I don't think I ever expected it to be. I don't think I expected it to be as hard as it was. But I also didn't go into it like, oh man, like it's gonna be a piece of cake. It should be easy. It's just a
We
podcast.
got
We're
this.
just talking. We're just talking. It's not that hard. And then like, there's so many things that you gotta think about.
Yeah.
Like dead air, and if you're close enough to the microphone, and lightings, cameras. Like I don't know any of that shit. Like Ace is a film major, so he does that.
Obviously, we know that this isn't the best lighting.
Yeah.
We get that. Obviously, we know this isn't the most professional setting. It's not a studio. So sometimes you're going to hear a car beep outside. You're going to hear the noisy ass
You're gonna
neighbors
hear the neighbors.
upstairs. I would say let's record at my place. Well, I got construction going on.
It'll be fine. Let's do it at the construction yard.
So. Welcome, guys. We are live today. We're live today here at the building of the new apartment. As you can see.
But the moral,
Spit everywhere.
but the moral is, you know, obviously we're not perfect now, but if we can say that from now and like from February when we recorded our first episode,
Was
to-
that when it was?
I think it was like February.
Okay.
I want to say it was like late January, maybe February that we
And
recorded.
we didn't post the first episode until July 1st.
Yeah, we didn't. We
So
actually-
do
we didn't.
that.
We didn't actually post anything until like the summer.
Yeah.
We've learned a lot.
Yeah.
We've definitely improved from then. And then, you know, who's to say next year in this exact same spot, maybe, how much are we going to improve then? You know, the editing, maybe we'll have microphones here, what kind of guests we'll have, you know, just.
Yeah.
Well, you're always improving. You might plateau here and there, but
Sometimes we have technical problems. It happens.
yeah.
I've had a few when trying to get the video out. I'm like, ugh. But anyway,
It's been fun though.
we're just gonna keep trying to have fun and keep getting a good laugh and good entertainment. Because really, I think that's what, even if, you know, like I said, it's, you know, it's more of just for us to have something to do and but I really just like entertaining
Yeah.
people, making people laugh and having a good time. Because
Yeah,
if you
it's
have a
fun.
bad day, not that you're ever gonna think this, maybe you have a bad day, you're like, man, I want to laugh. YouTube, Piece by Piece podcast.
It'll be great.
So I don't know. I think it's good. I think we're just gonna keep learning and keep up the good work, and I think we're gonna try to get some more entertaining, informative kind of stuff out there.
I think we're going to be great.
I know we're gonna be great. Any last thoughts on that?
No, sir. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for, you know, whoever's been sticking with us since the first episode. And we know there's
Mom.
Thanks, Mom. We know there isn't a lot of people watching, and you know, maybe who knows, a year down the line, if you know new people are watching this episode, you'll see where we're at.
Outside of the podcast, 2020 in general, have a good year.
Yeah.
Stay positive. I always say. No, I thought he would know.
Be there or be square.
Yeah, because it's 1980.
No.
I always say happy thoughts. So have happy thoughts, think happy thoughts. If you're feeling down, watch us. Hopefully we don't depress you even more. Hopefully we get a good laugh. But anyway, happy thoughts, have a good year. Keep having good times. And just all that good stuff. I'd say a cheers to the year 2020 with all good things ahead.
Yeah.
And I would cheers. Hold it.
That's it. We're ending it here.
Cheers.
Cheers.